Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We are ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I am Charita Vinupurarachi.
And I'm Kasini Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines for tonight.
The President determined to save the future generation from the narcotic menace. Conducting tuition classes for the GCE Advanced Level Examination will be over by midnight tomorrow. The petition filed against the prohibition of visits of Kehelia family rejected. Appointments for 303 in Ayurveda Medical Service. Vanasurakuma Joint Operational Centre commences its activities. 20 persons perish in the northern Afghanistan earthquake, 360 injured. India wins the Women's World Cup One-Day International Cricket Tournament for the first time.
We move on to those and other stories in detail. In your top local story tonight, President Anukumar Dissanayake says that the government expects the assistance of the Mahasangha and all other sectors in saving the future generation from dangerous narcotics.
President Dissanayake made these remarks yesterday while addressing the Yelasiya Abhiman anniversary celebration held at the Kalaniya Vidyalankara International Buddhist Conference Hall. Established on the 1st of November 1875 by Bodhisattva Gunopeta, Most Venerable Ratmalani Sri Dharmaloka Thera, the Paliyagoda Vidyalankara Pirivena today stands as one of the foremost centers of Buddhist education in the country. This year marks 150 years since the foundation of the Vidyalankara Pirivena. Throughout its long history, the service it has rendered to the country, the nation and the religion, the Dhamma and linguistic studies is immeasurable. While providing the necessary education for monks seeking the traditional scholarly qualifications focused on Sinhala, Pali, Sanskrit and Buddhist teachings, it also offers knowledge in modern information technology as well as English. During the event, the new website of the Vidyalankara Pirivena was inaugurated by the President. The Yelasiya Abhiman scholarly volume and the commemorative publication were also presented to the President. Expressing his views, the President added that there exists a spiritual bond between the village and the temple, and the role of the monk in restoring society, the heritage and responsibility of the monastic lineage is once again needed in this society. President Anukumar Dissanayake said that the main reason behind is narcotics. The government deployed the STF to project the wiring along the Katunayake Expressway. Batteries installed for electric fences in the villages are stolen as well. Therefore, attention has to be paid during the drug banners behind the theft of the extensive wiring that was here. The government bears an unavoidable responsibility in this regard. The government will bring to an end the battle we are waging against drugs. The drug banners have spread into areas never imagined. There may be political differences and ideological divisions regarding this crisis. However, everyone must unite to put a stop to this catastrophe. The historic bond between the village and the temple must not be broken. While mistakes were committed, it was the village monk from the people who turned to. There exists a spiritual link and a heritage between the village and the temple. The role of the monk is once again essential for this society. Whenever and wherever this nation has faced danger, the Buddhist clergy have always stepped forward. How much have they done to pave the country, for the nation and for the well-being of the people? The revered monks travelled from village to village, house to house, compensate to both the rich and poor alike. Such monks must come forward against to restore the country. The government respectfully invites the people to intervene in this effort, the President added. Mahasangha of the three Nikayas, including Most Venerable Dr. Ittapane Dhammalankara Thera and Chief Incumbent of the Paliyagoda Vidyalankara Pirivena, Most Venerable Valamitiyave Sri Gnanaratana Thera, Leader of the Opposition Sajith Premadasa, Ministers, Parliamentarians, Ambassadors and many others were present on this occasion.
Commissioner General of Examinations A.K. Sindhika Kumari Leonake says that tuition classes targeting GCE Advanced Level Examination 2025 will be prohibited from midnight tomorrow. It is also totally prohibited to keep in possession papers similar to examination question papers, posters, banners, workshops via electronic or print media, and conducting tuition classes. The examination will be held from the 10th of this month to the 5th of December at 2,362 centres island-wide. Commissioner General of Examinations A.K. Zindika Kumari Liyanage said that 246,521 school candidates and 94,004 private candidates will sit for the exam this time. Admission cards have already been sent to all participants. In case of still not receiving the admission cards, it can be downloaded from the Examination Department website. The candidates are advised to answer the papers within the given period according to the timetable. Parents are also advised to not put any unnecessary pressure on their children.
And meanwhile, the Supreme Court three-member panel of judges has dismissed the writ petition filed seeking to nullify the order to freeze the assets belonging to the former minister Kehali Rambukvella and his family members. The Colombo High Court has issued an injunction order freezing the assets belonging to the former minister Kehali Rambukvella and family members, according to an investigation conducted by the Bribery Commission. 3 petitions were filed before the Supreme Court requesting to nullify the High Court order. 3 petitions have been filed by former minister Kehali Rambukvella's family members. The Colombo Chief Magistrate Court granted permission to detain and interrogate the 6 suspects arrested in this connection, seizing a haul of over 251 kilograms of ice narcotics and 85 kilograms of heroin in a multi-day vessel close to the southern seabelt. Accordingly, they will be detained until the 8th of this month. The order was issued by the Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka Bodharagama, where the suspects were produced before the courts today by the Police Anti-Narcotics Bureau. The Colombo Magistrates Court today ordered to release former General Manager of Railways Sumatipala Mahanama Vikrama, who was taken into custody under a corruption charge on bail. Accordingly, he was released on 2 personal bails, each worth 1 billion rupees. He was also banned foreign travel, and the case will be summoned against on the 20th of February the next year. Former working director of the State Engineering Corporation Sarat Chandra Gunaratna Jathilaga, who was arrested under the charge of causing a loss of government through the renovation of Sirikota UNP headquarters in 2019 without charging any fee, was released on bail today. The Colombo Magistrates Court ordered the suspect to be released on 2 personal bails, each worth 1 million rupees, and his foreign travel is also banned.
The official function to hand over the National College of Education on Technology constructed at the Narangala Kuliyapitiya to the Government of Sri Lanka was held today. The construction was carried out by the Government of South Korea. The official function was held under the guidance of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. Ambassador of South Korea in Sri Lanka, Myeon Lee, representing the Korean government along with other officials, were present on this occasion. With the introduction of advanced level technology for the school system in Sri Lanka, this faculty has been constructed with the aim of creating teachers for the subject in the curriculum. This has been done with the complete supervision and guidance of Koika Institute, assisted by the government of South Korea. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya stressed that the project is being implemented since 2016, which was stalled on many occasions due to various problems. It has been completed by now, and a team of old boys has also been recruited for the purpose in 2025. At present, training is being imparted in the science and technology streams and the advanced level stream for teachers. Infrastructure facilities beneficial to the students have been provided, and efforts will be taken to improve them. Since the government of Korea is continuously assisting in this project, it is also expected to train graduate teachers via the vocational training stream to be introduced under the educational reforms.
303 Ayurveda medical practitioners were provided with appointments letters today under the patronage of Minister Dr. Nalinda Jathisa at the Colombo District Secretariat Auditorium with the aim of empowering Ayurveda medical sector. This is the first time the maximum number of Ayurveda medical practitioners recruited to the Ayurveda service after 2018. The government has taken measures to recruit 72,000 new officers to public service, and out of them, about 7,000 individuals have been added to the health service. The government's policy is to develop Ayurveda hospital network and the primary health service to suit the modern needs, adding new knowledge and technology. The minister stated that cooperation of all the new appointees is essential to carry forward this program under the theme of Healthy Nation. Minister Dr. Nalinda Jyothisa said that a long-lasting problem of the indigenous medical sector was solved by these recruitments. As a whole, the government has taken approval to recruit 72,000 new to the public service. Out of the amount, 9,000 recruitments are for the health ministry. 7,000 recruitments have already been made. Recently, appointments were given to 700 nursing graduates. During the period of past 6 months, only 4,141 nurses have been recruited to the health service. There are about 2,000 more nursing graduates. The minister said that they will also be gradually recruited to the service as the banner the economy being strengthened.
Vanasurakuma Joint Operational Centre was initiated today at the Ministry of Wildlife and Forest Resources Conservation Division in the Ministry of Environment in Colombo. The centre has been established under a concept of President Andrukumara Dissanayake with the aim of creating an environment-friendly Sri Lanka. Services of this centre is to be implemented under the theme of Sustainable Bio-World and Evergreen Life. This unit consists of the officials of Wildlife and Forest Conservation Departments, Police Special Task Force and representatives of the 3 armed forces. Hotline 1995 is also available around the clock for the public to inform any damages to the forests. Minister Dr. Dhammika Patabandi said that people are able to lodge complaints regarding wild crimes, including clearing forests, setting fire and all other illegal activities within national parks. Causing harm to wild animals, illegal felling of trees and similar incidents can also be informed through this hotline 1995. Officials have been deployed to act immediately on these complaints.
The 8th stage of Healthy Food, Happy Life to enlighten the student community commenced today, centering Uhana National School in Ampara. The present school children will become the labour force of the country who will be the future of the nation also. It is the responsibility of everyone to transform them to a community consuming safety food. The Healthy Food Happy Life program has been initiated with the noble intention of enlightening the children of the country. More than 600 children at the Uhana National School in Ampara joined the program, being conducted with the compliments of the national television. ChannelEye Rupavahini Corporation also took steps to modernize the school canteen and hand over it to the students.
A person has died in a shooting in Horana. The shooting occurred last night. The incident of shooting occurred at Siriltanbatta Akkaradolaha area in Horana when the deceased was returning from a shop at night with his wife. The shooter in hiding shot at him and fled the crime spot. He has been identified as Damit Pushpakumara, a 45-year-old person. The deceased person is said to be imprisoned on suspicion of assassinating a woman and was released on bail. The police suspect that the assassination has been committed in retaliation to it. The suspect has been taken into custody. According to police, a firearm of bore 12 category used in the shooting has also been taken into custody.
And now some more development news items in brief. The development of unsafe places in on Vallabhai main road has been commenced. Accordingly, safety walls, construction of earthen walls, fixing of iron fences and installation of mirrors at bends of the road at certain identified places has been conducted. The road has steep slopes and precipices along it. The road stretch from Ginnigathena Diagala to Hatton on the Hatton-Colombo 87 main road will be carpeted and developed. A large part of the road has caved in plot holes due to the lack of renovation for years together. The project has been implemented by the Road Development Authority under the Gamata Arunali program. The development activities commenced recently, led by parliamentarian Manjula Suravira.
The National Lotteries Board has surpassed its basic income target for this year, 40 billion rupees, within the first 10 months of 2025. Issuing a communique, the National Lotteries Board says the true income of last year was 37.8 billion rupees. The same amount could be earned within the first 10 months of this year, and the board has also been able to surpass the target of this year as well. The board expressed gratitude to all who purchased lottery tickets. In September 2025, 508 million rupees from other lottery revenues was contributed to the consolidated fund. In November 2025, 150 million rupees in dividends from annual lottery profits was also transferred to the consolidated fund. Additionally, 4.2 million rupees from the Friday draw of the NLB Jaya lottery in September 2025 was allocated to the National Kidney Fund. 662 million rupees was officially handed over by the National Lotteries Board Chairman NDC.A. Pereira to the Deputy Minister of Finance Anil Jayanta Fernando today at the Ministry of Labour.
And meanwhile, another male calf has joined the Arabian Oryx cattle family in the Dehiwala National Zoological Gardens. The Arabian Oryx cattle family in the zoo is comprised with 2 males and 2 females. The Zoological Garden authorities say that the newborn 1-month-old calf is in good health at present. This oryx species originally lives in the eastern deserts and entered into the red data list as an species was prone to extinction. It is due to the fact that hunters kill them for meat and getting their horns. The animal usually lives for a span of 18 to 20 years and weighs 60 to 65 kilograms. Zoological gardens throughout the world protect these animals and breed them. Only 6,000 to 7,000 Arabic oryx cattle live throughout the world at present. Authorities of zoological gardens say that the majority of bred animals have been released to arid forest.
For the first time in over 6 decades, the magic of Russian cinema has returned to Sri Lanka. The Days of Russian Cinema in Sri Lanka officially opened this week in Colombo, marking a milestone in cultural cooperation between the two nations. The Russian house in Colombo came alive as it hosted a press conference on 31st of October to announce the opening of the Days of Russian Cinema in Sri Lanka, a landmark event marking its comeback since 1963. Organized by the ELS Production Center, the festival runs till 4th of November at the Russian house, showcasing the best of contemporary Russian films. The initiative is supported by top Russian and Sri Lankan institutions, including the Russian Peace Foundation, the Russian Foreign Ministry and the Ministry of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs of Sri Lanka. The program features 4 new feature films and 1 animated film, started with the screening of Commander. Special segments included tribute to the 80th anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War with the film Blood Tide. Other highlights included the Bronze Horseman of Russia and the eco-themed animation The Formula for Water. The festival will close with Kitroka, the sign of the foe. The event brings together prominent Russian artists for creative exchanges with Sri Lankan audiences, rekindling a rich cinematic bond that began over 60 years ago.
So our great pleasure that tomorrow, for the first time since 1963, we're hosting a fantastic big event which is very important for the bond between our cultures. It is called the Days of Russian Cinema, and it will be held since November 1st till November 4th. And today with me we have the delegation from Moscow, the people who present the Russian culture, the Russian cinema, producer Elena Lebedeva, composer Yuri Patienko, and a famous actor Kirill Zaitsev. All of them have brought wonderful movies, wonderful films that we want to screen and we want to show to the Sri Lankan audience so that they can get a hint of what the contemporary Russian art looks like. Because unfortunately, most of the time Sri Lankan people only know the Soviet cinema, which they have seen since 1963, and they do not know that many names, that many filmmakers, that many actors. Most of all, they know Andrei Tarkovsky, who was actually the first filmmaker to come to Sri Lanka to sail on back in December 1963. So you can imagine how big and huge this event is going to be, a historical milestone between our countries.
Minister Krishant Abesena says that the National Science Week this year will commence from the 10th to the 14th of this month. It has been organized to mark the International Science Day. Minister of Science and Technology Krishanta Besena said that they hope to discuss the system to prepare policies for the relevant ministries based on science knowledge and scientific evidence. In line with this week, it is expected to organize the exhibition on space technology with the help of Arthur C. Clarke Institute. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
Taking a look at your news from overseas, at least 20 people have been killed and hundreds injured after a powerful earthquake struck in northern Afghanistan early this morning.
The tremor hit the near city of Mazar-e-Sharif, bending residents fleeing into the streets.
The 6.3 magnitude quake struck just after 1 a.m. local time, about 28 kilometers underground, according to the US Geological Survey. Officials say more than 530 people have been injured, most as they try to escape collapsing buildings. Rescue teams are continuing operations in Balkha province as authorities warn the death toll could rise. The quake also caused a nationwide power outage after key electrical lines from Uzbekistan and Tajikistan were damaged, cutting supply to several provinces, including Kabul. Emergency workers remain on high alert as aftershocks continue to shake the region. The quake is the largest to hit Afghanistan, a country still struggling to recover from a series of devastating tremors in recent months.
In Mexico, candles and marigolds lit up cemeteries as the residents of Michoacan marked the Night of Souls, a centuries-old tradition honoring the return of the dead to the world of the living.
In the village of Arocutin, dozens gathered through the night amid glowing altars, flower arches and candlelit graves. Footage shows parts of marigold petals leading to tombs, as families prayed, sang and offered food to welcome their departed loved ones. Locals say ringing of church bells guided the souls home, a moment of spiritual communion rather than mourning. The Night of Souls traditionals reflect a deep belief that death is only a part of life's cycle, with souls symbolically crossing over, guided by a dog. Authorities urge visitors to respect the ancestral rites as crowds filled Michoacan and nearby city of Morelia, drawing over 340,000 tourists and generating more than 390 million pesos during this year's Day of the Dead festivities.
In your sports news tonight, Indian women's cricket team won the Women's World Cup One-Day International Tournament by beating South Africa in the finals by 52 runs.
This has been the first occasion that India has won Women's One-Day International Cricket World Cup. The finals were played in Mumbai, India yesterday. South Africa, winning the toss, invited India to bat first. The Indian innings was opened by Smriti Mandhana and Shafala Verma, and they have put a partnership of 104 runs for the first wicket. Smriti Mandhana scored 45 runs for Shafala Verma was out for when she was on 87 at the second wicket. Deepti Sharma scored 58 runs. India women's team scored 298 runs for the 7 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. This total has been recorded at the second highest in the finals of a Women's World Cup One-Day International Cricket Tournament. Laura Wolward and Tamzin Veritis opened the innings for South Africa, chasing a victory target of 299 runs in reply. Brits was out for 23 when the partnership for the first wicket stood at 51 runs. Snowy Lewis scored 25 runs and Henry Dirksen scored a useful 35 runs. In a brilliant innings played in her ODI career, Laura Wolward scored her 11th half-century, scoring 101 runs. South Africa scored 246 runs all out in 45.3 overs. In bowling for India, Deepthi Sharma captured 5 wickets. She entered the history books as the second bowler to capture 5 wickets in a Women's World Cup final match. Accordingly, India won the finals by 52 runs, and also the women's won the international cricket title for the 4th time. Previously, Australia, England and New Zealand has won the Women's World Cup title.
ICC Women's Cricket World Cup trophy.
The champions of the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup India 2025.
And with that, we conclude the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Charita signing with Kazuni. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.